Here are the scores for the teams that are in the Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, and the Big 12 for Week 13's final score. Okay, first of all, how is Florida State losing by 10 points against NC State? This has to be a joke. Like, it has to be. It has to be. Texas A&M went a completely invulnerable blowout against Samford. Not Stanford, Samford. Northwestern did a good job on those defenses against Minnesota, 35-38, which is the final score for the turnover. Okay, this has to be one of the least scores of all time in Week 13 between Oklahoma and Missouri. Between Miami and Virginia Tech has to be done. It has to be done with their playoff spots. The final score between Iowa State and Kansas is 38-14, which is the matter of the scoring height. Should be the greatest score to ever reach that game. Ohio State still undefeated with 11 wins and none of the losses. To begin with another win over Rutgers, 42-9. SMU was just a great defense with that shot over Louisville, 38-6. Wake Forest, they're just mid. Like, they're just actually mid between Delaware and Wake Forest with a 52 score over 14 score for Delaware. Charlotte's team's football sucks with that record over Georgia, 35-3. All they do is just get field goals. That's just it. Auburn went viral this time against Mercer. I don't know what Mercer is, and then not even in a conference or something for Mercer. But it was a scoring chance with a 62-17 of that score to make that chance. Alabama with the blowout over Eastern Illinois, 56-0. Eastern just can't score a touchdown against one of the greatest teams in the SEC so far. Okay, what am I even watching with Kentucky and Vanderbilt? With that score of 45-17. How? Notre Dame went super dominant over Syracuse this time. 70 points of that score. That is just like the Miami Dolphins from that other season, defeating over Broncos with that same amount of score. Between North Carolina and Duke are rivals, and Duke won 32-25 with that record of a scoring chance. Oregon is in that playoff spot, defeating USC 27-42. Oregon has to go to the championship this time. Iowa went pretty much of a disordinate way over Michigan State, 17-20. Not a bad score, but within 3 points. Arkansas sucks so far with only 2 wins, and I don't know if they even won their conference game just yet, just like how Purdue did. But they lost to Texas 52-37, or at least I like to call it Arkansas sucks, because they suck. But Utah with that win, 51-47 over Kansas State. Michigan, they're just holding the M's down. 45-20 over Maryland. Texas Christian did not go so far, but still pick up the W over Houston, but did not score in the second and third quarter this time. Oklahoma State has to be the worst team with 1-10 in the record after a loss to UCF, 14-17 of their record, of their score, to be the worst. Okay, Coastal Carolina only had 1 touchdown against South Carolina with a score of 51-7. Like, it's just possibly easy. Boise State needs to make a push again for the playoffs and defeats over Colorado State 49-21 to make their score a better way. Pitt and Georgia Tech, I thought they were going to be rivals, just like how Pitt plays against West Virginia. Penn State defeats over Nebraska 37-10. Okay, first of all, this is just delusional. Wisconsin defeats over Illinois 27-10. Like, their records, they're just completely false. Stanford with the win over California 31-10, making the record to be the same amount. I don't know if they're like worse or something. I don't know. Tennessee went viral last night against Florida. 11-31 of their final score to get with the records. And Florida, they only had 3 wins. I don't think they won just a conference yet. Very least amount of score for LSU over Western Kentucky, 13-10. LSU might have to go to the Bowls instead. BYU upset Cincinnati 26-14 with the record of the best and coolest thing, and BYU should be in the playoffs instead of Cincinnati going there. Arizona State went almost a blowout over Colorado 47-17, and they might have the chance if they can go to the playoffs or not or something. And last but not least, Washington went dominated over UCLA, 48-14, with the record. Well, I can't tell you records or something. I keep saying it too much. It needs to stop.